Hi, I'm James and welcome to episode 9 of The Candidate Coach, the second episode in our two-part series around interview performance and preparation. In this particular video, we're going to hear from our recruitment experts and we ask them the question, what can a candidate do to take their performance at interview from good to great?
I think in order to make a really good impression that's sort of over and above is somebody that's really thought about how their experience is relevant to the role. This is the kind of feedback I give often to unsuccessful candidates. They may have gone through a behavioural based type question interview process and they may have had good examples from their own experience, but it doesn't always match the requirements for the job. And I think really outstanding candidates make that connection. So they may actually give an example in their relevant experience, but then they explain how that ties to the job or the industry that they're interviewing for. And I think that's really clever. I think that's that one step over and above.
Adele's right. We see a lot of candidates putting in effort for interviews and preparing questions, and in particular getting examples ready for questions in advance. But what's really important to remember is the context of the question. And the context is nearly always within that organisation, within the role. So it's not just good enough to prepare good examples in advance. You need to prepare examples in advance that are relevant to the particular role and the particular organisation that you're being interviewed for. Now let's hear from the rest of our recruitment experts on what their advice is on what you should do to take your interview preparation from good to great.
Probably say the candidates that really wow me are the candidates that I remember after the interview, because I felt like I could get a really clear understanding of how they would fit in within the organisation. So it's a great way as a recruiter or a resourcing partner internally to leave an interview going, I really learned about this person. I know a bit about their life. I know a bit about their personal values. I know a bit about their decision making and judgment. I feel I know them as an individual, and they come with this whole toolkit of skills that's going to be really beneficial in the role. So a short answer, show your whole true self. Don't go in just showing a pocket of your experience. Give us everything, because culture fit is equally as important as skill.
And then it's the ability to be able to talk about the actual role. The actual experience that you have, to speak eloquently and articulately about the actual experience that you have and how that relates to the actual role, and also the questions you have about the future opportunity. All of those go into the mix, and if you get all of those right, it's always extremely impressive.
So they've gone the extra mile by actually doing some further research, not just on what they've been able to find out from the internet, but talking with actual people that have worked in the organisation. So again, they've got real current live knowledge of what's happening within that organisation and what maybe those opportunities and challenges are. And then they can really tailor their answers in their conversation for the specific role based on that additional knowledge that they've gained.
Really wow me in an interview, it's someone that's done their research, whether that's about me or the company. I think it's important that the candidate knows they are going into an interview for a job at that company and understands the reasons why they're doing that. I understand candidates need a job, but if you've targeted this company, make that known to the interviewer and make them aware that you've specifically chosen this company to come to interview at, and it's somewhere that you really want to grow and you can see your career progressing in.
So there's no reason why you can't apply nearly all of the suggestions and recommendations we've heard from our recruiters in this episode. In competitive markets where lots of candidates are competing against you for the one job, you want to make sure that you're doing everything you possibly can to stand out. Good luck.